So we came in for an order earlier to print a poster for a vigil tonight.
Yeah, so
for somebody that passed. It's not
it's propaganda. I'm sorry, we don't put that here.
Alrighty. So, what's your name?
Farrell, I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, we do
So
not
they
print-
say they don't print
we don't
political
print-
propaganda.
No.
So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
That's
ago.
political propaganda, unfortunately. I'm
So
sorry.
this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil.
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What makes it propaganda?
Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to. Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want to
it's
speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we have-
subject,
we have
you would like
lots
to.
you're
of-
welcome to.
So, in this particular instance, I believe this was Office Depot or something like that. Not Home Depot, but Office Depot or Office Max, one of those type of places. A statement was basically released to show that these women were fired, both of them, because it was two. It was multiple different people that, in this interaction, they decided that they didn't want to actually print what somebody had sent to print. Now, obviously, we know about Charlie Kirk's passing, and so we are aware of the fact that it's for whatever reason, and I'm not sure why. I didn't even know that Charlie Kirk was this impactful as far as bothering the souls of people that he was holding accountable, and they didn't have to come up and debate him, and they didn't have to have a conversation with him, and they could have just went to class or did whatever it is that they wanted to do. But people would engage with him, and then it would go viral on the internet and so on and so forth. But for whatever reason, it has caused this stir where people have revealed their true selves on social media and or at work. And so they decided that in this instance that they weren't going to print his prayer vigil apparently for Charlie Kirk. And even though he tried to explain to him that it wasn't propaganda, it was a flyer for a prayer vigil, these liberal, the jokes write themselves looking women and people at this particular location decided that they didn't want to do their jobs. Now, I'll get into it because I have another video that I want to present to you guys a little later in this conversation, but why wouldn't you want to do your job, and why are you letting your emotions? Because, see, I even remember back when they wouldn't even allow for a cake making place that was privately owned. They tried to sue them and tried to force them to make a cake for a gay couple, and they didn't want to do it. But that was their own business. Why would you decide that you wouldn't want to do your job that you are getting paid to do, and you think that you take rank because you have a manager's position at Office Depot or Office Max or whatever it's called? Why wouldn't you do your job? At a time like this, where just a week and a half ago, I was doing videos and I was having conversations about the fact that people were getting laid off and people were basically job hugging, trying to make sure that they had some level of self-preservation and they didn't lose their jobs and stuff like that because this economy, everybody is worried about the economy and the jobs report and all of this stuff. You decided that you wanted to be a tough person. And this isn't even a situation where somebody is saying whatever it is that they're saying online, but you decided that you wanted to be a tough person and not print a prayer vigil. And we're letting this wokeness and this liberal agenda now affect what it is that you're supposed to be doing for your job at work for a company that you don't own. Now, if you own the company, that would be different because you can pick and choose whatever it is that you want to do. You would have to deal with the consequences of, the loss of business, but that's what happens when you can exercise freedom of speech, but you don't have the opportunity to do what you want to do on somebody else's clock while you're getting paid to do it. And so whatever happened, basically what happened was these young ladies or these people got fired, but people are not playing no games now. Listen, everything that's being sent to me and everything that's trending is people are getting fired and people are going to report other people getting fired for their jobs or from their jobs. And I'm talking about everybody from anesthesiologists all the way down to local McDonald's workers. People are being let go en masse, especially at a time where hospitals and companies are looking to trim the fat or looking to release people from their jobs in order to save on payroll. You decide that you want to be the sacrificial lamb and either stand up for not printing something at Office Max or Office Depot and you want to get fired. On the flip side, we have a lot of conservatives, which I am a conservative and I am a Republican, just for disclosure, that is saying that they are going out and they are basically creating a database and they're creating a permanent existence of liberals and getting them released from their job. And this is one of the big content creators that's doing so.
Hi, my name is Quinn Pratt, and I like going around on the internet finding people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I go and report them to their employers so they get fired. And we got 5 more. We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Gabrielle from Illinois, you're fired. Lincoln from Utah, you're fired. Amanda, another Amanda, from Wyoming, you've been terminated. Suck it. Shasta from Washington State, your ass is fired. And Curtis, again from Texas. What the hell, Texans? What the fuck? Curtis from Texas, you've also been terminated. You're welcome. Now, truth being told, I've probably lost about 50,000 followers throughout all social medias while I'm doing this. But I would rather have every single one of my accounts hit 0 before I give in to these people. So if you want to try and affect me or affect my income by unfollowing me, I don't care. I would much rather go back to a 9-to-5 job than let this kind of shit slide. And I know for a fact that over half of this country agrees with what I'm doing. So hopefully they start finding me pretty soon. So go ahead and do your whole mass unfollowing and everything like that, because again, I would rather see all my accounts hit 0 than letting you guys try and bully me into not doing this anymore. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please hit that follow button.
So I'm conflicted over this because I don't necessarily agree with what's happening right now. And let me tell you why. I'm consistent and I'm objective. And I'm consistent enough to tell you exactly what my 3 rules are. My 3 main rules are: number 1, I never wish death on anybody that don't deserve it. So if you didn't kill somebody and they not trying to, for example, defend themselves because you're breaking in their home or whatever, I'm not going to advocate for somebody dying for the sake of dying or because I don't like them, which basically feeds into the whole narrative of this whole Charlie Kirk thing, because I don't agree with the fact that a lot of these liberals and all of these people are saying this wild shit about a person and their death. If I don't like somebody and in their passing, especially if they have children or kids, I just don't talk about them because it's they're not here to defend themselves. So that's A. B, I never wish prison or jail on somebody just because I believe that everybody have their due process and they deserve their day in court, especially when you have to prove that they've done something. So guilty and innocent until proven guilty. And I rock out with that. And then number 3, I never, ever, ever wish for somebody to not be able to provide for their family. All right. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky because on one side, I'm bothered by the idea that people are willing to say some of the nastiest, most egregious things and justify the whole idea that somebody killed a man, a father, a Christian, a person that was good for America, a genuinely good young man at 31 years old, and he had his whole life ahead of him. Right? I think that these people are despicable, evil, and they don't play fair. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a gloves off type of mentality because it's hard to continue to turn the other cheek when these people are some of the most evil people in the world and they will mass report and try to dox you all day long. But I still got to go back to my number 3. And my number 3 is that I never try to prevent people from being able to earn. And I don't believe in doxing. I don't. Don't believe on trying to find somebody's job. Don't believe in trying to get somebody fired at all. But then on the flip side, these people feel compelled to give their unsolicited opinion on an issue that nobody asked them their opinion on. And so they are very, very, very fervent in what they think. And then they try to delete the video later on, acting like they didn't say it. So on one hand, let me just summarize this for you. On one hand, you have to be held accountable for the things that you say online. And if your employer find out that you did it, then you got to just be held accountable because I believe in freedom of speech, but you're not free from consequences. On the flip side, this is the other side of it though. I don't advocate for people to go and dox other people. I don't. I want people to be able to feed their families And so I do think that people need to pay the consequences, but I don't believe in doxing people. So I'm kind of conflicted on this one because I think that, it's a very, very difficult conversation considering what we're talking about. But then at the same time, it's almost like, why would you post something and not protect the bag? Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure the lady at Home Depot or Office Depot, she definitely deserved to get fired because she didn't do her job. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Conversation that we probably need to have on after hours.